Hi, we're going to talk about how we use a colon in a list now. And there's one really important rule that you have to remember, and that is that your list has to start with an independent clause, a full sentence to introduce your list. So up on the board here, I've got some examples for you. Common foods rationed in World War II were as follows. That's an independent clause. We can use that to start off our list. So we might add on there things like, here's our colon. We might then have butter, and we're going to separate out our items with a comma. Butter, sugar, and then we're going to have a conjunction to give our last one, and eggs, full stop. Notice no comma here. Okay, so this works. This is a colon used correctly. We have an independent clause at the start, then we have our three items listed, separated by a comma, until you're on the last one, and then no comma for the last one. Okay, the next one then is, there are three things every dog needs. Again, that's an independent clause to start with. So you can then have your colon, and we might say food, would be a good one, comma, exercise, and let's say hugs, shall we? Because every dog needs a hug. Okay. So there we have two examples of using a colon in a list. Where it wouldn't work, and the way that I like to remember or like to work out whether or not something is an independent clause, is by thinking about, if I was to walk into a room and say the words that I'm thinking of putting in front of my colon, would they make sense to the people in the room? So if I was to just open the door and say, you will need, and close the door again, it doesn't make sense on its own, does it? That's not a full sentence. So that wouldn't be, I wouldn't be able to use a colon after that and then produce a list after that introduction. I could walk in and very easily say, there are three things every dog needs, and close the door, and it makes sense on its own. So it's really important to remember that simple rule. You need to have an independent clause before your colon, or else you can't use that colon list effectively. It won't work. So just have a look at your work, see if you can use a colon list in your writing this week, see if you can make sure you're following those simple rules, and I'll look forward to seeing it.